RTs will talk about CO2 and pH regulation, but they'll also omit to talk about the bicarb, which is part of the equation. And I'm pretty sure if you shit, I died again. I'm pretty sure if you talk to like some RTs who.
Hey guys, just to let you know that I have a Patreon.
Nice.
If you are interested in supporting me, head on over to patreon.com and subscribe for some exclusive content.
It is a special occasion. We are on the month of October. I decide to bring you one of the best content ever. All the time, the best content ever. Actually, I think. Wait. What happens if I just close YouTube? Because I think I'm streaming music. I'm streaming music at the same time. And my little character here, I know it's a dragon. I know it's a dragon. And the problem is that there's so much latency from my iPhone all the way to what is streaming on the what is screen mirroring. There we go. I was unable to find the word coming out of my mouth, but I was able to. Okay? I was able to. Hopefully there's not a lot of latency going on with the stream and Breath of the Wild. I love how this dragon looks. And you know why I also picked this dragon? It's notably for this specifically. Right here, if I turn, right here, and you look at this jawline, look at this beautiful jawline that I'm getting with this dragon. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, you need to go see the Kung Fu master. You need to go see the Kung Fu master so that he can teach you. Master Sifu, okay? Master Sifu going to Long Ho downtown. He's going to teach you all you need to know about ninjutsu. Oh, spin jitsu actually. So you know how Dustin Poirier, UFC loser, that's who he is. He's a tag jitsu fighter. Well, I'm a spin jitsu fighter. I will take him on with my spin jitsu all day, all night. Don't know what he say, what he talk about, just like I do in this video game, lah. Anyways, I think actually, just so I don't bullshit nobody in this stream, I will do a little bit research right now. Actually, let me just put it in front because if not, my screen going to fuck up. It's gonna do the fuck up. I'm gonna try to put this behind, just like that, just like that, and I'm gonna do the research. Is it the year of the dragon? Gonna do the Google. Not the Google research because fuck Google. Fuck Google. Google basically. Oh no! According to Sir, the answer is yes. 2024 la. There's the year of the dragon. I knew I picked for the right reason, and the right reason was tonight because we also in the month of October. We're in the month of October, and you know what that means, huh? Do you know what that means, lah? In the month of October, lah, it is Halloween. So don't worry. Don't worry, I got you all for Halloween and for the year of the dragon. So So tonight I basically was doing a little bit of the studying, of a little bit of the like doing the things for the schooling. Right now, I study nursing, even though I am respiratory therapist. So I still do the studying regardless. Um, Today I was doing the big because you know how like the university course they force you to redo the biology and things like that. Well, now I study the biology, right? So that's also another thing why I picked the dragon lah, the Asian dragon, the China Asian dragon, because China is number one at learning, the studying, at schooling. So I want to get all the knowledge I can to put in my brain lah. This a book I have in front of me right now. This a book I have is about like the how many page lah? I'm gonna look at this. About 50. Yeah, look at this book. Almost 1,500 pages lah. Oh my goodness. They think I will do the fuck up not learning, but I have the dragon in front of me lah. Anyways, so we were learning right now where I was learning about the urinary system. So for the benefit and purpose of this learning, study, seance, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to switch back to my normal voice so that I can actually think properly and be able to teach myself what exactly I want to learn. Also, at the same time, the book I have in front of me, it's currently the McKinley. And the McKinley, unfortunately, is written in French. So I unfortunately cannot. Well, I'm gonna try to do Google Translate what exactly I'm learning. But if I can't, well, it's just gonna be the way that it is. So, like I said, I was learning about the urinary system, about the renal glands and whatnot. Actually, I think I don't even know why I said renal glands. I think I was trying to mention kidneys. I'm up at the kidneys, and I started all the way from its anatomical structures and everything, regrouping it. So the arteries going to the kidneys, the arteries that are inside of the kidneys that then get separated into your afferent arterioles in order to get filtered by your that get glomerally filtered by the kidneys with the nephrons. There we go. I thought that, like, as you can see, I'm trying to, like, right now live in front of you guys, Google Translate the knowledge that I have read so far, and it is incredibly hard because I have a French book, and some of the books, like for example, renal. The word renal means, I know you're referring to the kidneys, but rein, which is the French word for kidneys, is not the exact term in English. It's actually kidneys. However, when you refer to adjacent structures of the kidneys, you will use the word renal, which is super weird. It is incredibly weird, guys. Oh my goodness. Actually, also, I need to look at what my how this stream is going. I need to look at also the media source. We're 8 minutes in out of my tomfoolery. We have not gotten any views, but I encourage you guys to go on X and follow. It's the same name exactly. I also encourage you guys to follow me on social media. I know I also recently had a TikTok that was up. I do post constantly over there. However, let's get straight into the mix of the bunch. So, where was I? Um, we were going towards the part which was explaining everything regarding absorption and secretion inside of your nephron. I did go through the zones where they actually get absorbed and secreted, so that's not an issue per se in and of itself. Let me just fix something over here. Um, Let me just fix something real quick. Oh shit. Ah man, my cat is back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Back at it again. He's screaming, ladies and gentlemen. However, the young cat does still have food and he still has water. As a matter of fact, I will hydrate myself to increase my glomerular filtration rate by increasing my volume. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Fuck. Do not fucking attempt to speak while drinking liquids. Never do that. Don't be a jackass like me. This has been Majin P, and this has been and this is talking while drinking. Welcome to Jackass. Um. So yeah, specifically after learning about the secretion and reabsorption, I was going into what substances actually go through the whole absorption and secretion thing. And one of the things that the book was talking about glucose, and that's where I'm at. So if I were to read this part, just let me just read it quickly. Glucose is transported into the membrane in the apical cellular. Okay, I'm not going to try to translate live, but give me a second over here. Energy of this gradient concentration is used to make glucose against this concentration. Okay, l'énergie de ce gradient de concentration est utilisée pour faire entrer le glucose dans les cellules tubulaires contre son gradient de concentration. Le glucose est alors transporté hors des cellules tubulaires par diffusion facilitée à travers. So the tubular cells, if I were to see a drawing, but it's basically it's using glucose as an example of a substance that does end up inside of your filtration, and the way that it is déplacement du glucose contre son gradient de concentration par transport actif. So it's just basically saying that, okay, so glucose is one of the substances that gets absorbed into your absorbed inside of your I'm sorry, no. That gets secreted inside of your nephron filtration. And then at some point, it ends up getting absorbed back into the systemic circulation. And the way that it was saying that is you have these protein channels. And these protein channels, they're symporters that use sodium. They're sodium channels, basically, that symport the glucose. And the way that works, the way that I understand it, is it brings it against its concentration gradient. I would like to do a drawing, but actually, you know what? I could actually do a drawing. I could actually do a drawing. But not for this one, because basically it's just saying that the way that glucose gets absorbed back into the systemic circulation is just by going against its gradient content, right? So there's going to be less concentration of glucose inside of your filtration liquid, and there's going to be more glucose in the systemic circulation, right? So it's going to use the sodium channels in order to transport itself right back into the systemic circulation. Once it's inside, actually, because it has to go through two types of cells. Basically, it will once it's inside of the once it's inside of the specific cell that takes care of the barrier between the systemic circulation and the glomerular filtration. So that cell specifically, let me just see what the fuck the name of that cell is. Passage. So epithelial cells, basically. Epithelial cells of the nephron will basically do facilitated diffusion. So basically what it ends up doing is building up a huge amount of glucose inside of this cell in order for the glucose to go with its content gradient. So glucose just kind of gets reabsorbed in two phases. Oh shit, I died. Fuck. I actually realized I fucking died. So glucose will go first from the nephron inside of the tubule, the proximal tubule. It's going to go against its concentration gradient with sodium, and then it's going to go in the systemic circulation with its content gradient. So from two phases, once in order to reach the systemic circulation. So oh, and there's actually, à la fin de ce processus, le glucose retourne dans le sang des capillaires péritubulaires. Okay, so fine. That's exactly what I was trying to explain myself from the image I was looking at. And what I was trying to translate as well. So, glycosuria is an excretion of glucose in the urine. It is produced when the concentration of glucose, of the plasma glucose, exceeds the renal levels, and that the maximal reabsorption of glucose is greater than the limit, than its limit. Molecules of glucose réagissent comme un diurétique osmotique. And now there's like a little thing explaining that glucose acts as an osmotic gradient, meaning that it absorbs water when a lot of it gets into the urine. So la glycosurie est à l'origine de deux principaux symptômes du diabète, soit la polyurie et la polydipsie. La polyurie est l'augmentation de la production d'urine causée par la présence de glucose dans le filtre. Ok. L'augmentation de l'urine produite entraîne une déshydratation qui se manifeste par la polydipsie. So, it's basically saying, with what I was saying before with the glucose acting as an osmotic gradient, absorbing the water, basically what it does is it will cause these two phenomena to happen. So polyuria is the increase of urine output due to glucose, from what I Yeah, so increase of urine production due to glucose inside of the filtration, inside of your kidneys that get filtrated into the urine. And polydipsia is the sensation of wanting to drink a lot of water, which are two phenomenons that happen with diabetic individuals, right? Proteins. From what I could understand in the past lectures before getting to this page, proteins are not secreted or nor absorbed. If they are not secreted, then they are not absorbed. So hence, we could prominently say that proteins cannot pass um, the filtration barrier, right? So, bien que la plupart des protéines soient filtrées librement dans le glomérule en raison de leur taille et de leur ne soient pas filtrées, certaines peptides de petite taille et de taille moyenne, l'insuline, l'angiotensine ainsi de des quantités limitées de protéines, environ d'albumine, peuvent se trouver dans. Okay, so in general, big proteins cannot. Some amount of small proteins like insulin and albumin can end up inside of the urine, and angiotensin, of course. Les protéines sont transportées dans le tubule contourné proximal du filtrant vers le sang. Elles ne sont pas excrétées dans le. Les protéines sont transportées par le tubule contourné proximal vers le sang. So essentially, if you do have proteins that end up in the filtration, so in the proximal tubule, they will end up going back into the systemic circulation anyways. So I love how this dragon looks at my cheeks. It will not. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, les protéines sont transportées plutôt que réabsorbées en raison du fait qu'elles subissent des transformations au cours de leur réabsorption. Les protéines traversent la membrane apicale par pinocytose. Les lysosomes de ces cellules tubulaires dégradent. Ok, fine. Les acides aminés sont acheminés à travers la membrane basolatérale par division facilitée pour être intégrés dans le sang des peptides très faciles. Okay, so basically it's saying the way that it does is once inside your proximal tubule, they get reabsorbed by pinocytosis, which is the act of drinking of the cell, drinking the substance. So basically it's going to create a lysosome, which is a vesicle, and it will absorb it back into itself, and then by facilitated diffusion, it will shove back the proteins back into the systemic circulation. My cat is on my chair right now and he's trying to bite me. Ainsi, dans des conditions normales, les reins laissent filtrer très peu de protéines plasmatiques et celles présentes dans le filtrat sont dégradées en acides aminés lors de la réabsorption. Certaines situations peuvent cependant modifier ce déroulement. So, we get into the exceptions. Une augmentation de la filtration des... Oh, okay, my cat's looking at me. He wants to fight. He wants to... Come here, you fucking... I'm sorry, come on, you fucker. He's trying to bite me. I haven't been that mean to him. Yo, bro, stop. Hey, stop. Oh, fucker. Fucker just jumped at me. Stop biting me, bro. Oh, man, I wish you guys could... Oh, man. Oh. He's trying to teeth. Fuck. Okay. So let's see what our exceptions are. Une augmentation de la filtration des protéines plasmatiques peut causer un dommage à OK. So since protein are not necessarily meant to pass, some of them will cause damage to the membrane, to the filtration membrane. And then what? La membrane ou une augmentation de la pression artérielle systématique. Ces changements occasionnels occasionnent la saturation des structures membranaires qui permettent le transport des protéines du filtrat vers les cellules du tubule rénal, entraînant une augmentation de l'élimination des protéines dans l'urine. Conséquemment, la concentration de l'ensemble des protéines plasmatiques So if there's damage, essentially, some proteins, you're going to have an increase of proteins over time. So if there's damage over time on the filtration membrane, you are going to end up getting proteins in your urine, essentially. La saturation des structures membranaires protéines vers les cellules entraînant une augmentation de l'élimination des protéines dans le... Exactly, there we go. Certaines problématiques rénales, les maladies rénales chroniques causent une diminution de la filtration des glomérules entraînant leur concentration plasmatique se voit donc augmenter. Certaines... So again, I'm sorry, I was looking at my cat. Yo, fuck, man. Fucker. Wait, I actually lost the media source. Okay, we're at like 23 minutes in, and there's still like 38 minutes. Shit, this fucker, man. He won't stop, will not stop, cannot stop. Book Lao. He's literally, he literally wants to eat my hand. Yo, bro, stop. Fucker. And I think you guys heard him. He's like, he meowed like a few seconds earlier. He meowed a few seconds earlier because I wasn't like paying attention to him. But Broski needs to know. The Broski needs to know. Broski needs to know that I never did anything to him. He's trying to suck on my finger. Bro. Some shady, some PDD type of shit is happening right now. Oh, man. So sorry. So, the paragraph also says the other exception, which could have your protein in your blood, well, in the urine, is essentially if you have pathologies regarding your kidneys that makes it that your kidneys don't function right. So, certaines substances, les substances partiellement réabsorbées, ce qui implique leur présence variable en petite quantité dans l'urine en variant la quantité de substances qui sera excrétée. Un certain nombre de substances. Okay, so it's basically saying, give me a second, I really need to cough right now. Okay, I coughed. So it's also saying that some substances like electrolytes are partially reabsorbed, and some of them do end up staying in the urine. So those substances include electrolytes such as potassium and calcium, a little bit of your HCO3 minus, which is your bicarbs. And the main character, so your protagonist that is responsible of the other electrolytes being reabsorbed, is of course your sodium. So if you ever wonder why your urine is very salty, tell your friends to watch the stream and they'll probably understand why their urine is salty if they wish to do a hashtag TikTok urine challenge. I do not condone these practices with all due reserve. Sodium. Quantity of sodium is reabsorbed by theta, okay, contrairement au glucose et d'autres nutriments, tout au long des tubules rénaux. So, as urine passes by, sodium is generally always absorbed. Always. La concentration en sodium. Give me a second. I'm fucking itchy right now. And I'm making this dragon suffer. You saw the eye twitch, right? You guys saw his eye twitch. Est relativement faible à l'intérieur des cellules tubulaires et relativement élevé dans la lumière du tubule, ainsi que dans le liquide interstitiel. Le gradient de concentration est établi par les pompes. Okay. La diffusion facilitée. Oh my god. I'm so tired. It's also like 10:30. No, sorry, 10:52. It's almost 11 p.m. right here where I am in Canada. I'm trying to get this by. Pour entrer dans les cellules tubulaires dans lesquelles la concentration est plus basse, le type de transporteur protéique participant à leur passage à travers la membrane apicale varie selon les différentes sections du tubule rénal. Okay, so it varies. So the concentration that gets reabsorbed varies apparently. Le type de transporteur. Oh no, it's actually the sodium doesn't vary. It's just basically the transporters of the sodium varies for each of the zones during the absorption periods. So, for example, they're mentioning here tubule distal contourné proximal. So your proximal tubule, it's facilitated diffusion. And then the distal tubule and the collector tubule, it is what is it over here? There's aquaporins of okay, and then what? And then it's just sodium channels. It's just sodium channels after that. So these are some examples. Les pompes NAK plus ATPase sont intégrées à la membrane. OK. La quantité normale excrétée dans l'urine varie de 0 à 2%. So there's not a lot of, so as this paragraph is saying, there's not a lot of sodium that gets transferred. La quantité normale, le FNA, so facteur naturel inhibe la réabsorption. Il inhibe aussi la libération de l'aldostérone. Par conséquent, une plus grande quantité de sodium d'eau, puisque l'eau sur le Na par osmose est sécrétée dans l'urine. Implique que le facteur augmente la production d'urine. Oh my god. I'm so tired. Okay, so there's one last paragraph that says, so your BNP, so your natriuretic peptide, or beta natriuretic peptide, I don't know what it's called in English, but your oh shit, I farted. I'm trying to think of the word in the hearts. I'm sorry, because the BNP, I know what the BNP is. It's in relation to the heart, where the heart gets inside of the auricule. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to Google this because in French they're called the ears. Okay, donc les oreillettes. But in English it's a different word. So heart anatomy that I completely forgot. It's how many? Yo, broski, come on, man. Atriums. There we go. Okay, so atrium natriuretic peptides, or atrial natriuretic peptide factor, or whatever, FNP or whatever, or FNA. That's how it's the word in French. Because in French it's facteur natriurétique auriculaire. So auriculaire. So that's what it is. That's what it is. So this factor, so the BNP, let's just put it that the BNP reminds us that since it will cause a vasodilation, it's going to increase glomerular filtration rate, which in hand might end up having more sodium in your urine output than usual, right? So that's what it's saying. La phrase Aldo aime le sel peut aider à se rappeler que l'aldostérone contribue à la rétention du sodium. Oh shit. Aldosterone contributes to the increase of sodium, to the retention of sodium, actually. Sheesh. Jose Aldo likes salt. That's why he was salty when he was going up against Conor McGregor. Yo, bro, that's how easy it is, man, to learn mnemonics. To learn mnemonics, yo, bro, Jose Aldo was salty. So aldosterone, salt. Jose Aldo loves salt, bro. Jose Aldo loves salt. So that being said, hormones influencing the reabsorption of so we got aldosterone, cortisol, estrogen, growth hormone, thyroxine, and insulin, and hormones immunes. Okay, factor naturel. Okay, progesterone, parathormone, and glucagon. Okay, so these substances are the one I mentioned that decrease sodium reabsorption. The first part was those that increase sodium absorption. Water. So water is done by osmosis. 65% of the water is reabsorbed in the plasma, in your systemic circulation. In the loop of Henle. Okay, fine. So basically it just says, all you need to know is that water gets reabsorbed by osmosis. However, if antidiuretic hormone is liberated, afin d'accroître la migration des vésicules désincorporées vers la membrane. So ADH, antidiuretic hormone, contributes to that reabsorption of water very quickly, causé par les gradients de concentration. Okay, fine, whatever. Antidiuretic hormone, it speaks about that. Entraîne la production d'un volume restreint d'urine qui fait par de même aussi plus concentré de la déshydratation. Okay, fine. Oh, wait. Dans le cas d'une déshydratation extrême, l'hypothalamus produit des concentrations élevées d'ADH. Oh, damn, okay. Le volume d'urine peut baisser à peu près de 500 millilitres par jour. Okay, so that's good to know. Hence why your patients always need to be hydrated. Hence why if you're in the military, that's why they make you drink a lot of water. All right? Massive dehydration, guys. Do not fucking mess with that. Okay? La concentration d'urine peut s'élever jusqu'à 1200 milliosmoles. Ok, fine. Une baisse d'ADH entraîne une augmentation du volume d'urine et une baisse du volume sanguin. Alright, very logical. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So it's basically saying ADH contributes to a decrease of urine output. Why? Because it contributes to water absorption. However, once ADH stops being produced, so antidiuretic hormone stops being produced, your urine output will increase, which is, quite frankly, pretty logical. Potassium is different than the other substances. He's also absorbed and secreted. Let me see. Dans le tubule contenait une portion de 60% est réabsorbée de paracellulaire qui varie en fonction des mouvements. So basically, potassium needs sodium in order to, and it's going to vary. So it gives me like four, actually six factors that make it very. Oh my god, the cat looks like it's dead, staring at me. The cat's staring at me. I don't know. It's black. It's black. I just pulled a Joe Biden. Remember when you stepped on that black cat? I know I do. I know old man Joe Biden's and his tricks are up at it again, guys. But I just got like a feeling that Kamala Harris is gonna win. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just have a feeling Kamala is gonna win by a thin margin. Actually, I think she's probably gonna win by a very general, proportional margin, because who are the voters? Like think about this, guys. Think about this. I'm not shitting on conservative uh, conservative Republicans, but I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, logically, think about it. Why did you guys get an increase of voters towards Donald Trump? Right? It was because people didn't want another Joe Biden incident. Correct? Correct, guys. So, with that being said, when Kamala came into the picture, and I'm just saying, this is just a hypothesis. They had the debate, and from what we saw, regardless of whatever policies you want to bring up and whatnot, you cannot deny the fact that that woman is very well spoken. She's very well spoken, and if you look at her body language during the debate, the way that she presents herself outside of debates, well, outside of the only debate that she had with Donald Trump, but the way that she presents herself outside, she's very well spoken. She doesn't ramble on her words. She has a very logical thought process, and her age as well. She's about 60, 50, 60 years old, end of 50s, beginning 60s. So I think those factors contributed at bringing back some of the voters that the Democratic Party had lost during that time. So, and again, let's not talk about policies over here. Let's not, if we take policies out of the way, because let's face it, those beta and alpha and sigma political pundits will base their arguments on the policies. But to the average Joe who probably looks at a video of a political pundit, regardless if they're liberal or democratic, your average Joe is just going to get influenced by, he's going to get influenced by your logical arguments, which may or may not be fallacies, but he's also going to get influenced with the person that he has in front of him. So if he's like, okay, here's some of the criteria based on looks and on speech that seem to be concordant with my principles of voting, well, I'm going to go with Kamala Harris. Because, I mean, come on, it's the average Joe. You could, if you basically just tell the average Joe, oh, okay, taxes have gone up, and you blame the Democratic Party for it, he's going to be like, okay, all right, fine, I agree with you. However, I still don't like Trump. And they'll probably give you a reason. They won't be able to give you a reason why they don't like Trump. And that's basically it. Oh, actually, the only reason that they might give you, again, this is just the average Joe that you see on those Vox Pop that they interview people on the street, right? They'll just say that he's a racist. It's like, I used to be like, I don't like Joe Biden. I was going to vote for Trump because he seems like the only man that had like a head on his shoulder, but now there's Kamala. So the Democratic Party is trying to get back those people that they've lost, and especially the libertarians, like the people really in the middle who are like, okay, this is the Democratic Party and this is the Republican Party. I want to pick my poison. If Kamala Harris wasn't in the race, I would have picked it on I would have picked Trump. Now Kamala's in the race, so I'm going back to the Democratic Party. However, I do find that libertarians are able to logically think of a thought process end up uh, whenever they end up going to vote. So they do base themselves on facts, I find. However, also another point is the people. Oh shit! Yeah, that was stupid of me because I was dying and I was like, I was basically dying and I didn't want to consume like I didn't want to consume food actually. Anyways, guys, so going back to what I was saying, I think also a huge important factor of the Democratic Party vote is going to be, and also the Democratic, I'm sorry, no, just the general vote in general, why there's going to be such turnover uh, for people going to vote is now there's Kamala. Remember, if there wasn't any Kamala, some people wouldn't even go to vote because they're like, I don't like any of the candidates. Um, Now, if we get into her politics, if you really want to get into her politics, um, a lot of the main arguments are that she has no policies, and some of the weird stuff that she says, going from being Indian to considering herself black. I, I mean, if you were to take any Democratic Party leader, I think that would be part of their speech. I don't think that's a surprise that they're like the lovey-dovey um, party that enjoys to have like diversification, even though that there's a lot of negativity surrounding it nowadays. So those are like my 2 cents on who I think is going to win. I think it's just because of I think she's having the same effect as Justin Trudeau, right? So why did people vote for Justin Trudeau? He's young, he's good looking, and his only good policy that you can remember is the legalization of marijuana. That is the only reason that people voted for him. And that's it. And that's pretty okay. That's pretty fine. Okay? So it is what it is. All right. Going back to where we were talking about water, ADH, potassium. So yeah, so the factors. Sodium is reabsorbed. Okay. Okay, so it's giving us the steps on how potassium is being reabsorbed. Au sens de son gradient de concentration et quitte le filtrat. Okay. Oh man, there's 15 minutes left. I actually did a page. I did like 2 to 3 pages with the stream. If you guys like me when I do these types of streams, and if you guys want to like chip in and ask questions about, you guys want to ask questions, feel free to do so. Like, just kind of like feel free to do so. Huh, my cat's eating. I don't know if you can hear her, its bowl. He's eating through his bowl. Yeah, I'm just looking at him. I'm gonna need to like redo his bowl and regroup all the little particles that he has. Guys, I love this so much. I love this character so much. It is so cheap, considering the fact that I don't even need to do like an actual model in order for me to animate it and have like a CGI model in front of you guys right now. That's completely fine. Okay. Ces conditions permettent également la réabsorption passive de d'autres solutés, y compris des magnésium et le calcium. Okay. So basically it's just saying that it just follows sodium and it follows its concentration gradient. So from the more concentrated to the less concentrated. And that's pretty much it for the potassium. That's pretty much it. You don't need to learn a lot more things. We're at 50 minute, guys. 50 minutes of the stream that the stream has been in duration. Hopefully we could. Hopefully we can arrive at the end of the stream, guys, safe and sound. Let's see. Phosphate with calcium. Okay, this is basically saying that calcium and phosphate, when they're reabsorbed, both of them are kind of the same in the sense. Dans l'organisme emmagasiné dans les os, c'est la plus grande partie stockée sous forme de phosphate de calcium. Okay, so it's basically saying, yeah, okay, so it's just making us remember that calcium is stored in your skeletal muscles, in your bones, and most of it is converted. Most of it is converted with phosphate, which creates calcium phosphate. Excrété dans l'urine, régulé par. Okay, so PTH. So parathyroid hormone regulates the excretion and absorption of calcium. La glande parathyroïde, en réponse à une baisse de calcémie, les tubules rénaux sont l'une des sites de l'hormone, la PTH libérée. So parathyroid hormone apparently works. It is proportional to the calcium, but inversely proportional to the phosphate, from what I can understand. So PTH, when it is secreted, inhibits the reabsorption of phosphate. So calcium gets absorbed, but phosphate no. That is how I understood it from this paragraph. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I can always be corrected if that is the case. We are going to get into a boss fight soon. I'm going to try to beat this guy, and then I'm going to make a weapon in like part 2. I remember playing this part. I'm going to make a weapon in part 2, which I like stick it to a stick, and I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? And then after I stick it to a stick, it just ends up breaking. Which is, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So, let's see. Bicarbs and the regulator of pH. Oh, this one's interesting as an RT because I think one of the things that are underrated as well as an RT is because a lot of RTs will talk about CO2 and pH regulation, but they'll also omit to talk about the bicarb, which is part of the equation. And I'm pretty sure if you... Oh, shit, I died. Again. I'm pretty sure if you talk to, like, some RTs who basically forgot all about school, and you talk to them about, like... you talk about them about the kidneys. My cat's on the chair. He's in the kitchen. He's fucking around in the kitchen. So if you talk to them about the kidneys, they'll probably say, oh, okay, well, the kidneys, they regulate pH. They just regulate bicarbs. But if you ask them, specifically, what are some of the cells that are contributing to this increase or decrease of bicarbs? I know bicarbs takes a lot of time. They're slow to act. The kidneys are slow to act. That's why when you're in a metabolic state, Oh, he wants attention. Little boy wants attention. So yeah, as I was saying, when your bicarbs take a lot of time for the kidneys. However, I learned here that there's some beta cells and like some alpha cell, like A cells and alpha cells in the pages before. I don't remember what they specifically told about these cells, but they were in regards of like regulating the pH, specifically the bicarbs. Le mouvement des ions est une base. Les ions traversent librement la membrane. Okay, so they can easily pass the membrane. Okay, so it's exactly what I was saying. What I was thinking about with the type A cells and whatnot. I still have 5 minutes, so this specific part. So if your pH is goes below the normal value, so 735 to 745, molecules of bicarbs newly synthesized are returned into the blood, and H plus ions are excreted in the filtrate by the intercalated type A cells, which results in an increase of pH in the blood, which becomes more alkaline. So here we were talking about if the pH lowers, essentially. Et une diminution du pH urinaire. Oh, and your pH becomes more acid, obviously. L'action des cellules de type A et de type B dans la régulation constitue un élément important de l'équilibre. So they're A and B cells. And I think the B cell regulates, just regulates the HCO3 minus, basically. But I don't remember. 25.25, okay. Le système urinaire prévient l'accumulation de déchets cellulaires de certaines hormones et leur métabolisme, ainsi que des substances intergéniques chimiques dans le corps. Okay, so prévient l'accumulation de déchets. Okay. I still have like 4 minutes. I'm actually glad I actually spoke about that for like the past 4 minutes. And I'm also proud of like being able to like pass you down this information. I'm almost gonna beat this guy. And then we go into like the trash that gets metabolic trash that gets secreted outside. I only have like 3 minutes left, so I'm not gonna go into it. I'm just gonna like use this time to just express some love and share to you guys. I know sometimes I do the voices or these things like that, so I try to maybe find the book lao and maybe do another stream with this guy, maybe do something else with the book lao. But let me know if you guys want to collab with Onage Pranks. I really want to collab with Onage Pranks, guys. With that being said, there's like 3 minutes left. I've already hit the 1 hour mark because I did take like 2 minutes to start the stream, but it is whatever. Oh, I'm gonna beat it now. Yeah, there you go. Yes, sir. I thought it was gonna explode. I always think like these things like explode and they do like evil stuff. Oh yeah, let's go. I tell you, I'm gonna make a stick with that, and it's gonna be so dumb. I was like, why did I like make a stick with that? Why did I put that on a stick? I could have put it on like a sword or something like that. But yeah, I wanted to get it out of the way. I think I'll probably end up getting it back on finding it with a weapon or something like that. Binding it in the stream, or maybe it's gonna be in part 2. I know there's another part coming up because I did another like video recording of this. I usually do like 2-hour recordings, and then because then after that I can do another stream. However, that is what it is. Anyways, there's gonna be a minute left to the stream, guys. What can I say? What can I add more about? If you enjoy this content that I provide, whether it is gaming, scientific content, and just general medical knowledge, guys, there's a button. Do it right now. It takes about a second, or get a bot to do it. Get me bots. Get bots to do this for me. Hit the like, subscribe, and share button, guys. It's very important. I want to build a community. I want to build fans and everything like that. If you enjoy this content, remember to hit the like, subscribe, and share button, guys. I will thank you guys so much for watching. I could not be so grateful for all of the love that I've received so far. And I'm building up a little bit of the community, right? I'm building it up little by little, piece by piece. For example, on X, I've already started getting followers. I think they're bots. Like, it's legitly bots. Other things that I find which could be beneficial is growing the TikTok community, growing the YouTube community, so stuff like that. So with all of the love, oh, and as you can see, I ended up connecting it to a stick. Actually, there's like 3 minutes left to the stream. Like 3 minutes left of the stream. So basically what I'm trying to do is like find my way back to the temple, and you guys are going to see the struggle that I will use. It's going to be like probably like an hour that will happen like that. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to stop here streaming. It's been an hour, so it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been your host, AJP, and I will see you folks next time. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, thank you very much for watching the whole content. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to catch it live, come on twitch.tv/MajinP. That's MAJINNP. I appreciate the support this channel has been getting, which is making it growing bigger and bigger. So please take the time to like, subscribe, and share, and all of that fun stuff. I'm always here trying to get up there, so if you want to support your boy, you know what to do. Thank you very much again for watching, and peace out.